What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another YouTube tutorial. So today we're not going to be having the basic poster tutorial that we usually do because, I thought it was getting a little bit boring and, you want to mix it up a little bit so you can learn some new skills as well. So going back to the roots of how I started this channel, like probably about a year ago now, maybe a little bit more actually, I started off doing basic tutorials. So you can go back and look at them. They're not very good quality, but they are like basic tutorials on Photoshop. So if you need to learn some of that, then go check them out. But today we're going to be learning how to use displacement maps. So displacement maps are basically something that creates texture. So if I pop a few of my posters up on the screen now, you'll see that the shapes and the text is all like grainy and ripped up and stuff. So that is basically a displacement map does that. So what we're going to be learning today is how to apply that to text and how to apply that to a shape. Now this is a very simple skill. Trust me, all you need to do is make the texture, which is very simple. I'm going to show you that now. And then we're going to apply that to some text and a shape. So that's basically all I have for you guys. So this is going to be a short and quick, simple video. Hopefully you learned something from it and gained something from it. Let me know in the comments, obviously what you thought about it, and obviously smash that like button because, it tells YouTube that it's a good video. Without further ado, I'm going to stop rambling now and get straight into the video. So let's go. So guys, there will be a texture pack down below with these free textures that I've given you, just so you can experiment with it yourself. But what you're going to need to do is find your own texture. So I've got a texture here. Now this is just, I don't know, I've deleted it. It's not what I meant to do. So this is just some material, fabric, I think, just basically a grainy texture. Not grainy, but it's got texture on it. So what we're going to do first, we're going to turn this to a black and white image. I've done this the same size as I would make a poster. So I've done it at a 2160 by 2700 because that's what I make my posters at. So if you make it the same size, it'll perfectly fit when you apply it to whatever's in your poster. We're going to have this in here, and what we're going to need to do is change this to black and white. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and get a black and white filter, which is down here, and make that black and white. Now you can also get a levels to increase the actual darkness of it. So I do recommend this. Making it a lot darker brings out a lot of the texture, meaning you'll get a better displacement map when you apply it to whatever you're applying it to. Once you've got all this, you're going to convert this all to a smart object, and you're going to unlock the background and delete that. So all we want is this texture bit in here. So that's it. So we're going to save this now. So this is how you make your texture. You make sure you have it in there. You make sure you change it to black and white, and then you convert it to a smart object and remove the background, and then you're all good to go. Now you just need to save it. So we're going to go to File, Save As, and you're going to save this on your computer. I'll probably just save it to my desktop just because it's simple enough. So let's save that there. So now that's on my desktop. So now what we're going to need to do is we're going to go back to our other document, which will be in the link down below. And as you can see, we've got a little bit of text and we've got a shape as well. So we're going to apply this displacement map to both of these just to show you how it works. So you've got your text, you can do this in whatever font you want, it doesn't really matter. But what you're going to need to do once you've got your text and at the right size, you're going to convert this to a smart object. So this means once you convert it to a smart object, you're going to be able to edit it once you've applied the displacement map. Convert it to a smart object, that's done. So now you're going to go to Filter, and then you're going to go down to Distort and then Displace. Now that's pretty simple to get to. I mean, I've left it up on screen, so you should be able to find that. So you're going to click that. Then you're going to be presented with this menu here. So now this is where it gets a little bit complicated. Not complicated, but this is trial and error. So the more you put the numbers up, the more rough your displacement map's going to get. So if I put it on 1010, it's probably not going to have much of an effect. If I put it on 100, it might completely, ruin the text so you can't really read it. So usually I start with a 30 by 30 just because I feel like this is the best medium. So if you go okay, you don't need to worry about these. Stretch to fit's fine, and then repeat edges, that's fine, and then just click that one, that's fine. So you click OK, and then it's going to open up your document. So it's going to be looking for that displacement map we just made. So if I go to my desktop and then there's the displacement map, now it's going to apply this displacement map that we created to this text. So if we just click open, as you can see, there's our displacement map. This looks quite cool. I mean, you've got all the texture that I was showing you. You've got, you've still got your text in the middle, and it's there. So obviously, as you can see, it's a little bit, it might be a little bit much. You might want less. So what you need to do, double click on the displace here. It will open back up the menu, and then you can change this to 1010 maybe. Click it to 1010, and then we'll go and select that displacement map again. Once we just select it again, as you can see, it's a lot less, but it still looks good. So now I'm just going to show you the other extreme. So if I put this to 100 and 100, this might look really odd. And do that. There you go. Okay, so this is how people get these effects, right? So The text on my posters, you might see, you might be like, how has he got that rough edge around the outside? Is it a font? No, it's not a font, it's a displacement map. So this is how I do it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to undo that and turn the text off. So now we're going to apply it to a shape. So what you need to do is draw a shape out, get a rectangle, whatever, any shape you want. And then you're going to do the same process. You're going to convert this to a smart object. So now I've got it as a smart object, and then we're going to go to filter, displace. So now again, you probably want this to start off at 3030, just because that's a good, it's just a good equaled out number. Select the same one again, click open, and there we go. So now we've got a rough edge around our shape as well. So perfect. That's pretty much all you need to know about displacement maps, guys. Now, I have got another one in here. So this displacement map I made myself. So this is in one of my packs. So I've got a Patreon page, guys. So if you want to go check that out, the link is down below. Basically, I upload my PSD files there and some texture packs, including displacement maps, fonts, brushes, all sorts of different things. So go check that out. It's £5 a month. Which, to be honest, I upload quite a bit a month, so I think it's a fair deal. If you don't want to do that, then you can just make your own displacement maps, but I'm just going to show you what this one will do to this text, just so you can get an idea of what a really good displacement map will do. So as you can see, this one's just a little bit of a rough idea. I just wanted to show you what it actually does. But if I go and take this one that I've just shown you a minute ago out of my actual texture pack, then you will get a good idea of, you know, what it will look like. So let's go to displacement maps. This is in the grunge one, and it's going to be that. Which one was it? That one, I think it was. So yeah, so let's go and open this one, and there, as you can see, it may not look, you know, as jaggedy around the edges, but it's got a nicer blend. So if I increase this now, so let's go 100, 100, and then go and open this up, you'll see, there you go. So this is how people get these really cool shapes. So as you can see, this is a good displacement map. It's got a really nice texture to it, and you know, it adds a lot to the actual design you're making. So that's pretty much it, guys. That is one of my own ones that I made, as I said before. Patreon link down below. Check it out if you want to, you know, invest your money into something design related. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I know this is a short video, but I don't want to keep dragging it on. It's very simple. Let me know in the comments what you want to see more of. If you want to see more tutorials like this showing you, you know, the basics of Photoshop and some cool techniques, obviously, as well, join the Discord, and then you can let me know in there as well if you want to see more of these videos. So, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.